For a second, let's forget all the sci-fi stuff. The biggest story about robots isn't what's coming in the future, it's about the incredible ways they're already part of our world, right here, right now. So let's dive into what makes them so genuinely useful. Okay, so when I say the word robot, what's the very first thing that pops into your head? Is it some friendly android helper? Or maybe one of those giant laser blasting machines from a Hollywood movie? Yeah, those images are powerful, and they kind of tend to overshadow the real story.
But here's the thing. The most important robots, the ones that really matter, aren't on a movie set. They're the invisible workhorses of our world, piecing together our cars, helping surgeons in the operating room, and even exploring the deepest parts of the ocean. They are absolutely already here, quietly making our lives better every single day.
So what's the secret sauce? What really turns a hunk of metal and wires into something genuinely useful? Well, it all boils down to a super powerful combination of just two key ingredients.
And here it is, the magic formula. Robotic utility is all about mixing mechanical strength with computational intelligence. Basically, it's brawn meeting brains. This combo is what unlocks that superhuman precision, that incredible speed, and that amazing endurance. It's the core idea behind every single useful robot out there.
All right, let's see that formula in action. We'll start big with the industrial robots that are the true unsung workhorses of our modern economy.
I want you to just think about this challenge for a second. A modern car has thousands, literally thousands of different parts, and they all have to be put together perfectly, over and over and over again. The amount of consistency you need is just staggering.
And this is exactly where robots shine. Those robotic arms on an assembly line, they can do these repetitive jobs with unbelievable speed and perfect consistency. They work 24/7, they don't get tired, and they don't make careless mistakes. They're the reason every car that rolls off that line is built to the same exact high standard.
Or, okay, think about welding. This job demands absolute precision, but it's also happening under intense heat with sparks flying everywhere. It's a really difficult and frankly dangerous job for a person to do all day long.
But for a robot, it's the perfect gig. It can lay down a flawless weld seam every single time, all while putting up with conditions that would be totally unsafe for a human. So it's not just about doing the job with precision, it's about having that superhuman endurance to do it perfectly, again and again.
Okay, let's move away from the giant factory floor and bring it into our most personal spaces, our homes and our hospitals. The scale might be smaller here, but believe me, the impact is just as massive.
You know what's so fascinating is the contrast you see here. In a hospital, a robot's utility is all about life-saving precision, like helping a surgeon make a tiny, perfect incision. But at home, it's about giving you back your time, like a little vacuum that cleans the floors for you. It's the same core idea of utility, just applied in totally different ways to meet our needs.
In the medical field, robots are absolute game changers. They allow surgeons to perform incredibly delicate operations with just a tiny incision, which means recovery is so much faster. They're helping patients in physical therapy to learn to walk again. They even zip around hospitals delivering supplies, which frees up nurses and doctors to focus on what they do best, taking care of people.
And what about in our homes? Well, we're talking about automating those boring chores like vacuuming, which gives us back hours of our lives. We're starting to see kitchen assistants that can help prep our meals. There are even companion robots that can provide reminders and support, helping people live independently. It's all about making life just a little bit easier and more comfortable.
So, we've seen robots at work and in the home. Now, let's zoom out and look at the most extreme places you can imagine. Places where robots have to be our eyes and our hands, because we just can't go there ourselves.
Let's start by plunging right into the abyss. Down in the crushing dark of the deep sea, where no person could possibly survive, we have these underwater robots acting as our explorers. They just glide through these mysterious ecosystems, discovering new forms of life and finding the secrets of shipwrecks lost for centuries.
Okay, next up, we're blasting off to other worlds. Think about it. On the red, dusty surface of Mars, we have these robotic rovers acting as our geologists. They're out there drilling into rocks, analyzing soil, and beaming back priceless data across millions of miles of space. They are literally paving the way for humanity's next giant leap.
And back here on Earth, robots go into harm's way so we don't have to. These little reconnaissance bots can scout dangerous areas and gather crucial information, all without putting a single human life on the line. They are, in a very real sense, our courageous stand-ins.
Now, this one might actually surprise you, but our huge farmlands are also a new frontier for robots. Agricultural bots are completely changing how we grow food. We're talking about tractors that drive themselves to plant seeds with incredible precision, and even bots that can gently pick fruit. They're helping us feed a growing world much more efficiently.
All right, we've been to factories, hospitals, our homes, and even other planets. So let's pull all of this together and really look at the big picture of what this amazing partnership between humans and robots actually means for us. I mean, this chart just says it all, doesn't it? Robotic utility isn't just stuck in one place. It's this powerful, adaptable force that is transforming basically every part of our lives, from the things we buy, to our health, to how we explore the universe, and even how we manage our own homes. It's everywhere.
You know, this quote really just hits the nail on the head. We have to stop thinking of robots as just tools, like a fancy hammer. They're becoming our partners. They extend our own abilities, and they allow us to do things that, honestly, we just couldn't do on our own.
And that leaves us with one last, really fascinating question to think about. This partnership has already completely reshaped our world in so many ways. So if this is where we are right now, just imagine what incredible things we're going to unlock together tomorrow.